Now that you've created your profile and attached to your courses, you'll land on this page, which is your Jasperactive account. As you can see at the top of the page, my URL shows me that I'm in the Jasperactive platform. But what we need to do is we need to get to the course, which is inside the Microsoft Office application. So this first page that it lands you on, you can see that you'll have Microsoft Office Online and you have all of the different courses available to you. So first you're going to select which one you want, and so I'm going to select Word Online. When I click Go to Course, it's actually going to take me to my Microsoft login. So I'm going to have to log in. If you're already logged in, this will automatically take you to the office.com page, which will look like this right here. So it takes me automatically to the Word one, and I can tell that I'm there because I've got at the very top, I've got my waffle, and then it says Word, and I can see that I can create a blank new document. If I went to Excel, it would show me this green section and I would create a blank new workbook. If I went to PowerPoint, it would be orange and I'd be creating a blank new presentation. I'm going to go back to Word and I'm going to click blank document. And in here, I'm just going to change my view to off of dark mode, just so you can see it. In here, you're going to first arrive with a blank new document and the ribbon. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to expand this ribbon. So you're going to go all the way over to the right-hand side and click on that drop-down menu. You're going to choose the classic ribbon. And when you click on that, it'll show you everything on that ribbon. So it gives you a little bit more details. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to go over to Jasperactive for Office and you're going to click on that and it will say welcome. Now, normally you would have already logged in, so it would automatically log you in. Because I'm working in incognito browser, it's not actually letting me do that. So I'm going to click Get Started. Oh, there it goes. It actually logged me in. There, that worked. Okay, so now I can see I've got Word Associate or Word Expert. I'm going to click on the Word Associate and you'll see that I can either start my benchmark or technically there's the lessons and the create and everything, but you'll notice on the right hand side that there's a little lock. This lock prevents you from doing it because you need to do the benchmark first. The benchmark is just an assessment for Jasperactive to know where you're at and how much you need to learn. I'm going to click on the benchmark. It's a 30-minute question and it gives you all of the instructions in here, and I'm going to click Start. And now I'm in question 1. It says apply a style. Now, if you don't know anything in Word and you don't want to do the assessment, you just want to jump ahead and get into the lessons, you can click this little button down below that says Skip All. I'm going to do that for this demonstration. I'm going to click Skip All. And you can see that I got 0 out of 20. But you'll also notice that I've got these little ebook icons there. So if I click on that ebook, it actually opens up to that area of that question, which was formatting with styles. And I can actually see and move around in the ebook at any time. This is a separate window, so I'm going to close that window and come back to my main screen. Now that I've seen my results, I'm going to click Finish, go back to my dashboard, and now you'll see that those little locks are gone. So I can get started on my lessons. I'm going to click on the lessons page, and in here I can click on my first lesson, which is to start. And you'll notice that you have 2 different kinds of lessons. You have in-app exercises or interactive exercises. The in-application ones are things that you're going to be doing in here to a document. The interactive ones are simulations. So let me just quickly go through that. I'm just going to click on the in-app exercise. It's going to give me an introduction. If I need to use Immersive Reader, I can click on this little speaker. If I click on that speaker, it will show me all of the words that were on that page, giving me the instructions, and I can press play and it'll actually read it out to me. The other nice thing that it can also do is you can change the reading preferences. So you can change the size, you can change the color, you can change the font of it. And if I were to close that first one, now you'll see that it's dark and it's smaller and I can press play. The other thing that you can do is that you can do grammar options. So if you want to learn a little bit more about grammar, or reading preferences. Now in the reading preferences, you can choose line focus. So if I do that and I close it, you'll notice that everything else is grayed out and you can just see this one particular line. So it'll read with that line. So it helps with your reading improvement. The other thing I can also do, if English is not your first language and you'd like to change it to a different language, you can use that in here. So I don't know how accurate this is. This is a Microsoft product, not ours. So I'm assuming it's pretty good. So I'm going to click on the X and, oh, it did not change. Did I change? Let's see if that worked. There we go. Now it's showing me the Cantonese style. So I'm just going to go back to that. And that's the immersive reader function. Now, if I want to start my lesson, I'm going to click Start. It's going to change my file because it wants me to work on this file. And I've got the ebook, I've got the immersive reader right there, and then I can start working on the questions. So it's going to tell me what I need to be doing all the way through. And then once I get to the very end, I'll hit submit. When I hit submit and finish, it will tell me whether I did well or not. If I didn't do well, I can go back in and retry. So if I click finish, go back to my lesson, it will show me that I haven't completed it. If I had completed it, it would give me a green box. For the interactive exercises, these ones are slightly different. And this is because Microsoft Office Online, so this online version, only gives you 30% of the functionality that the desktop versions give you. So that's why we had to include some interactive exercises. So if I click on this first one, exercise 1, it's going to bring me to a page, and I'm going to actually play it's sort of like a video, but if you click on it, then it'll let you move on to the next step. Then I'm going to click on Start, and now it's going to give me a view of a desktop version. Over on the right-hand side, it gives me all of the instructions of what I need to be doing. And if for some reason I can't figure out what I'm doing, as you'll see down in the bottom left-hand corner, it says, "Are you stuck?" It says check solution or ignore. If I click on check solution here, or if I wait a few minutes, then the button comes up here as well, which says check solution. I can actually click on these and it'll give me a little video. It's actually now telling me how to do things and where to find them. But keep in mind, you're going to need to know how to do this in the certification exam. So you do want to make sure that you commit this to memory. So if you need to use the solution, by all means, if you need to find it, go for it. If not, go back to the lesson and just try things out. Now, when you're trying things out, if I go up to the very top, it says use the navigation pane. Start by displaying the navigation pane so you can see how helpful this is when you want to see the headings in your document. Click the View tab and click Navigation pane. If I come along here and I try to click on any of these buttons, nothing works. So you think, uh-oh, it's broken. It's not broken. I need to click in the right spot. So it said click the View tab. So I'm going to go up to View, and now it moves. Now I'm going to click on Navigation, which is in the Show group. You can see the name of the group down below, and I can click on the navigation pane and it'll change. So you have to select the right spot in order for the program to move on. When you get down to the bottom, you will actually see a little button that'll pop up. When you get down to these last few, it'll actually automatically appear. When you finish, you click Finish, and then it'll take you back to your lesson dashboard. So I'm going to click Go Back to Lesson because I'm not going to do the whole thing. And that just gives you a little bit of an overview. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. And in here, we've got Create Project and Summary Assessment. The summary assessment is exactly the same thing as the benchmark. So it's another opportunity to try it out. And then the Create Project, if I click on the Create Project, I'm going to be taking all of the skills that I've learned in the course and applying it to this Create Project. They give you a template. So I'm going to say remove the current content. And now I've got the project brief. In here, I've got all the project specifications. It says that you need to set up a document and you're supposed to be doing a writing exercise. It's up to you whether you want to do the writing exercise, or if you want, you could just take a generic document that you have Jasperactive does not hold the documents, it just assesses the document and then grades it based on the functions that are in it. So it doesn't actually read anything. So if I click Let's Get Started, it'll give me a checklist. And so on this first one, it says you must apply styles in the document to highlight the important elements such as headings. So if I had some text here, I would put in I would make a title. So for example, I could choose and say, this is my heading. And then I want to make sure that I've got some headings in there. So I'm going to do that one as heading 1. And then I might, this is my sub heading. And I'm going to choose another option and I'm going to do heading 2. So now I've got a couple of headings in there. And I can check that off. I've now completed that. As I keep going through, I'm going to go through all of these ones that are in here, and then I'm going to complete the project. When I click complete, are you sure you want to complete? I'm going to say yes. It's going to grade me, and I had 2 correct, but I need more practice. So I can click finish, and now I can move on. Now I can go back into the create project and start it all over again. I can go back in to my lessons and start them over again as well. I can practice as much as I like. The other thing that you have here is you have the ebook right here. So if you need to gain access to that, you've got it readily at your fingertips. All right, so that was just a quick overview of what the course is like. This course, all of these courses take probably about 10 hours or so to go through these courses. So if you wanted to, you could bang out one of these courses in 1 week. All right, good luck. Thanks so much.